What's up, Pelotor? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk a little bit about a poll I ran this past weekend, and it is what you are most excited to see coming this summer. So we have four choices. We have House of the Dragon Season 2, and you guys can check those breakdowns every single Sunday, starting right about 10:15 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be breaking that thing down. I cannot wait for that series. We also have the Acolyte, which is starting here in just a couple weeks, and we'll also be breaking that down every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Rings of Power later this summer. This is Season 2. This will begin on August 29th, and you know what? We'll be here breaking that down every single week as well. And then the one show that we probably won't be breaking down, but I do enjoy it, it's The Boys Season 4 that's coming out in June as well. So I took it to Twitter. I took it over to the YouTube community tab. I wanted to see what you guys said. So let's go ahead and take a look, and we're going to break this thing down because it is a little bit interesting. Over on the community tab, we have 49% of people saying House of the Dragon Season 2 is numero uno for me. And thank you so much. 115 people voted in the poll, and over on the community tab, I really appreciate it. This is the most votes I've ever gotten in any poll. So 49% of you are like, Season 2, House of the Dragon is where it is. Shocking. Only 8% for the Acolyte. Is Star Wars done that much damage for you guys? Very interesting. Look at Rings of Power Season 2. It's funny. I had a lot of mixed reactions on my Rings of Power breakdown video of the latest trailer. A lot of mixed reactions, but it did pretty well on the views. So seeing that at 30% was a little shocking for me, and we're going to talk about that here in a moment. And then finally coming in, The Boys Season 4 at 14%, which honestly is not that shocking because I've really never covered that on the channel. Rings of Power, we have. House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, I have. Obviously, Star Wars, I have. So it was a little bit shocking to kind of see these results in the community tab, mostly because of the Acolyte. So I really wonder how much Star Wars has done to you personally that is that low. All right, we'll head over to the Twitter, the old Twitter. Over here, we did not have as many votes, but this is interesting. Now, again, this does not mean that people were following me on Twitter. This is just hashtags, right? So this can be anything. And it's interesting. We have 47% of the people out there in the old Twitter land that are excited for the Acolyte. Only 24% for House of the Dragon Season 2. I find that a little bit shocking, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if these people just never watched the first season and that's why they voted for something else. But for me, that's a little bit interesting. House of the Dragon coming in only at 24%. We have The Boys just a touch below that at 23%. And again, look at Rings of Power compared to the community tab right here on YouTube. Only 6%. So I did all the calculations. I got all the math nerds next door to get it all set for me. And here is what we found out. I think you guys are going to be shocked. So here we go. After I combine both, we have House of the Dragon at 45%. So again, for me, it's not that shocking. I kind of figured going into the poll that I didn't know maybe that many. I was thinking around 38, 37%. So 45 is a little bit higher, but it does not shock me that it was at the top of the list. 27%. Look at Rings of Power. Again, interesting just because the video was so controversial. I mean, let's talk about it, guys. Season 1, it was controversial. Was it slow at points? Yes. Yes, it was. But it looked beautiful. The cliffhanger was amazing. And I think the second half of the season was pretty good. Again, I know I didn't read the books. I don't know the lore. I am here for the show. So again, if you disagree with the opinion of the 27% of us or myself, thinking that the show is any good, listen, everyone here can have their own opinion. I'm just bringing you what the people said. And that's 27% of you guys said you were excited for the Rings of Power. Next up, 15% says The Boys season number 4. Listen, The Boys is amazing. It's just been off for so long. So I'm excited for it. The third season was not my favorite. I really enjoyed the first 2, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do, especially now that at this point, Homelander's child should be a little bit older, and we'll see how much he's actually in the show, because I don't think he's been in it enough. All right, and finally, coming in last place, The Acolyte. I'll tell you what, when I put this poll up, I thought it would be around 36% House of the Dragon. Acolyte would have been right about 30, and then The Boys and Rings of Power would be battling for that final 30% or so. So this is actually pretty shocking to me that The Acolyte did indeed come in last. So what I want to talk a little bit about is these trailers and the promoting of The Acolyte at Disney. Is this have something to do with that whip trailer? I don't know, guys. I am torn on this. Whips were in Legends. I get it. These light whips. But man, I'm not digging it. I personally am not digging the whip thing, because here's the thing. If we have whips that long ago, why are they gone? Why are the whips gone? You know, it's kind of the same thing I talked about a long time ago. 25 years ago, when we saw Darth Maul show up with a double-sided bladed lightsaber, and I'm like, that's awesome. But why do we never see it? I don't even remember the lore or Legends having a double-sided lightsaber. You know, again, was it awesome? Heck yeah, man. It was awesome. It was the best saber ever. But for me, when they do that stuff further back from the original trilogy, it kind of doesn't work sometimes. Now, we did see some double-bladed lightsabers in Rebels, so that was a little more current. I was really hoping that Rey, at some point in the either The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker, would have ended up coming up with a double-bladed saber, because in The Force Awakens, she does use her staff. I thought that was a huge missed opportunity in the sequel trilogy. So guys, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if Star Wars has done that much damage where no one at all is excited for the series. I'm excited for Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I am definitely going to be watching it. I'm definitely going to be breaking those down. But I'm going to be completely honest with you on those breakdowns, just like I was with Ahsoka. Just like I was with The Mandalorian Season 3. If I love it, I'm going to let you guys know. And if I got some issues and I don't like it, I will let you know too. Because again, I am one of the rare people, I guess, over here on YouTube that did not like Andor. I did not like it at all. It really did not do anything for me to make me feel more for any of those characters. I don't know. I'm just not an Andor fan. It didn't do anything. You know, Book of Boba Fett, that's his own little issues there, obviously, with being the best 2 episodes, the Mandalorian episodes with Grogu and Luke. Kenobi, dude, I can sit here and talk about this for days, about Kenobi and how awful that series was. All right, let's get over to House of the Dragon Season 2. I am so excited for this. I cannot wait to see this series. Unfortunately, it's only 8 episodes, but if they're going to be knock them out of the park episodes, I am in. Let's go. I cannot wait to see this. I am hoping and praying that there are some of these characters that are not going to die in this season. I have not read this part of the book. I'm waiting for the series to end so then I can kind of catch up and see what the differences are. But man, I am super worried about some of these characters that I've I've come to love in just a short 10 episodes in season number 1. Rings of Power. Again, Rings of Power is very different. It was I don't want to call it a slow burn, but it kind of was when you really think about how they ended season 1. Again, it looks fantastic. I know some people did not like it at all. I know now, after all the comments you guys made in my trailer breakdown, that it did not follow the book series. Listen, I'm okay with it because I didn't read the books, but I understand why everyone is angry about it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. You know, it's like if they adapted Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy. And I'm not talking about the newer stuff. I'm talking about the 1991 Heir to the Empire trilogy, which I just bought on Amazon during Star Wars Day. I am so excited to reread that because I have not read it since 1992. So if I remember absolutely loving it, and if they made that a movie trilogy and they changed a bunch of stuff, listen, I'd be mad too, probably. So I understand that all the negativity around Rings of Power. But again, me just being a fan of the movies, not really knowing lore like I do for Star Wars and House of the Dragon. Well, not really so much House of the Dragon because I have not read what happens, but Game of Thrones, I am excited to see it. I enjoyed it. You know, I'm going to give it another shot, see how I like season number 2. And then, like I mentioned earlier, The Boys. Listen, I did not love the 3rd season, but I'm going to stick with this show. I love it. What I need you guys to do is let me know down in the comments, do I need to watch Generation V because I have not watched it? So do you think I need to watch that before season 4? So let me know. And also, guys, down in the comments, let me know what you think about all of these shows. Are you watching all of them? Are you watching none of them? Tell me why. Tell me what you're looking forward to the most if you didn't vote. And like I said, guys, you guys can check out reviews for Rings of Power, The Acolyte, and House of the Dragon Season 2 right here on this channel. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Smash that like on the way out of here, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.